the Grouchy nerd.
Alright, you antisocial weirdos, it's time for Heat 2, Peddler to the Meddler! If you're looking for the base rules of the game or how the legends work, that's going to be in Part 1, which is linked in the description and hopefully just popped up above my head. This video is going to show you how to implement the other three modules, the Garage, the Weather and Road Conditions, and the Championship system. The Garage module lets you ditch the starting upgrade cards, the 0, the 5, and the Heat, and instead draft 3 Garage upgrades. The first few times you use this module, the recommendation is to separate and remove the upgrade cards with this symbol first. These are the more advanced upgrades, and the folks at Days of Wonder don't think you can handle them yet. Yeah. That's what they told me. Shuffle the upgrade cards that you're using and deal 4, which is 3, plus the number of players. Choose one and discard the others. Repeat this 2 more times until you have 3 upgrade cards, then shuffle those in with your starting cards to form your deck, leaving the 0, the 5, and the extra Heat card in the box. These cards have effects in addition to the number of spaces they'll move you. Symbols with this exclamation point are mandatory. Pay Heat equal to the number indicated, discard the indicated number of cards from the top of your deck, and this one adjusts the speed limit of a corner up or down. So in the case of a card like Wings, it'll move you 4 spaces in addition to other cards you played this turn, but you'll also have to pay a Heat and discard 2 cards from the top of your deck. However, it's going to let you take a corner that would normally have a speed limit of 3 at a speed of 5. Other optional symbols allow you to take an extra cooldown, increase how many spaces you can slipstream, allow you to discard stress cards, salvage cards, shuffling them into your deck from your discard pile. Cards with this symbol can be played from your hand during the react step and added to your total speed. And accelerate. Boost each boost symbol you use this turn by an extra 1. And there's more information about how each upgrade type works on page 3 of the advanced playbook. And things get even more interesting with the Weather and Road Conditions module. Before you start the game, you'll shuffle the 6 weather tokens, draw 1 and place it here in the billboard space. Weather condition cards each have a setup modification to stress and or heat cards. Shuffle an extra stress card into your deck, remove a starting stress card from your deck, place an extra heat on your engine, remove a heat from your engine, shuffle 3 heat from your engine into your deck, yikes, or place 3 heat cards from your engine into your discard pile. Also, yikes! Then shuffle the 12 road condition tokens and draw as many of them as there are corners on the track. The rest can go back in the box. Reveal each token and place them around the board in race order. Road condition tokens are either corner effects, which are placed on the tent at the corner, or sector effects, which are placed on the tent between the corners. Corner effects will increase or decrease the speed limit of the corner on which it's placed, or increase the penalty of crossing that corner line too fast by 1 heat. Sector effects affect each space between the 2 corner lines the token sits between, and will boost your slipstream or remove the heat penalty for boosting. This one means that you apply the weather effect to this sector, which is the symbol in the lower right corner of each weather token. Depending on the weather, these include another slipstream bonus, or disallowing slipstream, an extra cooldown to use during the react step, or disallowing cooldown during the react step. They're not varied, but they don't need to be. They're still going to add a lot of drama to those corners. And if you use both the Weather and Road Conditions module and the Garage module, you set the Weather and Road Conditions first so you know what you're dealing with before you draft your upgrades. Finally, there's the Championship system, which puts everything together in a mini campaign, where you'll race a full season. You can choose from the 1961, 1962, or 1963 seasons. 61 and 62 have 3 races each, and 63 has 4. Whichever season you choose, take that season's event cards. Event cards will tell you which track to race in which order. Place the championship mat nearby, then shuffle the sponsorship cards, which look and function like the Garage upgrade cards, but beigier, and place them face down here. Decide if you're going to use regular upgrades or the advanced upgrades or all of the upgrades. If you're not using all of them, place whichever type you're not using back in the box, then shuffle the upgrades you are using and place them face down here. Shuffle the weather tokens and place them face down here. Shuffle the road condition tokens and place them face down somewhere. The rulebook says to put them on their indicated spot on the championship mat, but I can't figure out where that is. Find the event card for your season's race 1 and place it here. The event card tells you which track board to put into play, as well as any special rules for this race. For the first race, cars go into the starting grid randomly, like in a regular game. In subsequent races, you'll use each car's standing in the overall championship to determine their place, winners to the front. Before each race of the season, you'll draft one upgrade, which is kind of tough, especially if you've gotten used to racing with all three. To make up for it, you'll also draw a number of sponsorship cards, as indicated on the event card. These cards start in your hand before you draw up to 7. Sponsorship cards are basically really strong upgrade cards, and they work just like any other card you play from your hand, except that this symbol means you must remove this card from the game at the end of the turn in which you used it. However, if you don't use a sponsorship card in one race, it will carry over to the next, and they can be discarded from your hand at the end of a turn. Place a press standee at each of the corners listed here. The tracks card will show you which corner is indicated. Press corners offer opportunities to gain sponsorship cards during a race. Gain a sponsorship card directly to your hand if you cross this corner using your slipstream, or if you cross this corner at a speed in excess of at least 2 of the corner's speed limit. However, you do not gain a sponsorship card if you spin out while attempting this. Place weather and road condition tiles as normal. Shuffle your starting cards, stress cards, and the upgrade you drafted together to form your deck. In later races, you'll also shuffle in any sponsorship cards that you have not yet used. But the new sponsorship cards, the ones you gained prior to this race, go directly into your hand. Then draw from your deck up to your hand size, usually 7 unless augmented by an event, and play the full race. Resolve each car's final lap and place the cars in their corresponding place in the Hall of Fame. Record the number of points each car received based on the number by their finishing place. Remember, the order of the cars on the starting line of the next races will be based on each car's standing. Whichever car has the most points at the end of a season wins. Alright, and that's how to play the advanced modules for Heat Pedal to the Metal. Now seriously, clear the track, you're gonna get hurt.
The Grouchy Nerd.
The highly anticipated sequel would likely reunite director Michael Mann and star Al Pacino as... Come on.